Meet Nick. He loves diving. Unfortunately, Nick didn't use the right dive computer for this circumstance, and his watch told him to ascend too quickly. Sadly, Nick contracted the bends, also known as decompression sickness. Decompression sickness is caused by the expansion of nitrogen bubbles in the bloodstream from ascending too quickly. These symptoms include intense joint pain, dizziness, shortness of breath, unconsciousness, paralysis, and even death.
Introducing UDive. Unlike other dive computers, UDive takes into consideration physical exertion to calculate decompression time using personalized diver information. The UDive system is a self-contained dive computer that measures temperature, depth, and heart rate. The system stores data on an SD card which can then be uploaded to the diver's computer. The user launches the UDive program. The user then selects Start New Dive Session and selects the location of the SD card. The user then inputs their name and weight and hits OK. The user then exits the program. This information is saved to the SD card for decompression calculations. A folder is also created on the PC to store the user's complete dive history. The user is now ready to dive. With the SD card taken from the computer, it is now reinserted into the device. To initialize writing to the SD card and begin data acquisition, the user can press the button. With the LED light on, this means that it is now writing to the SD card. After the user seals the watertight container, the user is now ready to take the system on a dive.
The decompression algorithm uses Nick's dive time, depth, heart rate, and weight to calculate a more accurate decompression time to avoid getting the bends. Nick can now ascend safely.
Once the user has the device, the setup begins with implementing the SD card into the adapter. This is then inserted into the computer. The user opens the program. The user then clicks Upload Dive Session and selects the location of the SD card. The computer then uploads the data to the corresponding dive file by date and time that was created when the dive session was initiated. Once the upload is complete, the user is asked if the SD card should be cleared. To access the user's dive history, the user will select Open Dive Log and select the desired dive. The user will then be able to view the heart rate, depth, and temperature data from throughout the dive. The user can then select to view a different dive or may return home. The user will then exit the program.
We are particularly proud of our waterproof case, which allows the optical heart rate sensor to capture heart rate data through the container, even underwater. We are also proud of our decompression algorithm, which uses heart rate and a person's physiology to calculate a better decompression.